It's time, everybody, for the season finale. Here with the Houston Texans, we're playing the New York Jets today. Playoffs are on the line for this 8-7 Texans team that is currently atop the AFC South. And if we win the division title. I like when it's nice and simple like that. If we lose, however, well, there are enough 8-7 teams that could win to where we miss the playoffs entirely, which would not be an acceptable result. We need to beat this New York Jets team, and if we lose, they're automatically getting a tiebreaker over us, which obviously hurts. And they could still win their division, but you wouldn't count on it given two 8-7 teams. We just gotta win. It's as simple as that. I think if you're 8-8 and you miss the playoffs, you can't even be disappointed. 9-7, you kind of get lucky. We'll take lucky this year and try to go on a nice run. But we're coming off of a heartbreaker against the Miami Dolphins last episode. I mean, a 10-6 game, just 16 combined points. The offense really not able to generate much against the Miami defense. Roseman picked off twice, a really bad one at the end of the game. We had a couple goal-to-go opportunities and came away empty. A turnover on downs, a pick in the end zone, just stuff you can't afford to have happen. But still, we have our game today that can get us to the postseason, and that is the ultimate goal. Hoping for a good bounce back today from Shadon Roseman. He was not at his best in that last game. Cannot force passes the way he did at the end of the game. Leslie Good gets a power upgrade that'll give him some run blocking boosts. Remember, Dre Tatum is still out with a broken collarbone. He is not ready to return anytime soon. And the New York Jets are missing one player, Greg Griffin, defensive tackle, a very key player for them. Looks like he'd be back for the postseason. But the Jets still have a lot of defensive talent, even without Greg Griffin. Quinnen Williams, Aaron Miller, this defensive line is still very strong. Brian Stewart, an inside linebacker, has 92 speed to go with 87 awareness, 86 zone coverage. Looks like he can play all three downs at a very high level. Baker Mayfield is the quarterback. Jaden Murray is the running back. And this team is very deep at wide receiver. We might need a few more points to get this one done. Shadon Roseman, really trying to earn that second contract. I see some of you in the comments saying that he hasn't done enough to earn it. I've never considered not re-signing Roseman, but would a failure down the stretch at least cause some hesitation? It's interesting, the game of football, I mean, one game, one day can literally alter a player's future with a team. But we are underway. Baker Mayfield under center as the crowd roars in Houston, and we will get a run on first down, and Zach Jones makes the tackle. Fake now, pressure picked up, and Baker Mayfield is right on target. It's a first down, and that could have been a lot more. And that's John Sullivan. We played this team in a playoff game a year ago, and Sullivan really wasn't able to do much. As a matter of fact, their defense was pretty much shut down. To refresh everybody's memory, this game was a Texans victory. Final score 30-7. Like, it wasn't even close. Can't say I expected it to happen again. At the 48-yard line, straight ahead with the run, stuffed by Hillhouse. You know, I did forget, a Colts loss gives us the division. We haven't seen that update yet, or at least I haven't. On 2nd and 8, intercepted! Got the takeaway right away. David Perkins will take over at the 48. Perkins picked up one of those last episode. It was a huge play, and unfortunately, it still wasn't enough to help us get the win. But now Shadon Roseman, 24-10, yeah. I think the expectations are higher than that without a doubt. You want a 3-to-1 ratio. You'd like to not have double-digit interceptions, but too late for that. But we start the day, 48-yard line of New York. And it's a run that won't get much. Penn reaches ahead for a couple yards. over 1,000 on the ground for him. It's been a bounce back year, but I don't think that we have like a top 10 running game or anything. It just went from below average to above average is all. Roseman gets it away, caught by Fowler. He turns up down the sideline and picks up 24. We have tiebreakers over the entire division. Sweeping tiebreakers over the Jaguars and the Colts, as that's gonna go for a touchdown. It's Amari Jones, wide open in the end zone. 5th of the season, the start we hope to see. How did that all happen? They're playing cover 2 man, and what is that supposed to defend? The deep ball, the big play. You attack this defense underneath. The corner's not doing a bad job initially, and then Jones just blows by him, and the safety never even looks Jones' way. He's looking to the middle right here, I think, eyeing up Fowler. And so he's completely out of position. Corner's beat. Easy money right there. One thing about this matchup, here's the corners the Jets are working with. They got a little bit of speed, but awareness isn't super high. For the actual coverage ratings themselves, we're looking at nothing special at all. Just the way we hoped this game would begin. Jets take over at the 25 for their second possession. Running straight ahead and stuffed. Jones is there again. A pitch to the outside, and not enough blockers as Reiner makes the stop. Murray 4 for 6 on the ground. They've got to throw against us, I think. And they have some good receivers, of course. On 3rd and 7, caught shy of the marker, a zone blitz. I know everybody in the comments loves when one of these edge rushers is dropping, but hey, it worked. Taking over at the 20. By the way, the Colts don't play until the mid-afternoon, so even if they lose and we don't have to worry about it, their game ain't playing. So for now, it's all on us. Starting pretty strong. Handoff here. Wide open space. Robert Penn, first down. Penn to the right side. More room to run here. He makes a move across the 45 and picks up 17 more. I don't recommend pressing our receivers. I don't think they have good enough corners to get away with it, as Daniel Blue will pick up a few more. Consider even more of a cushion, considering how good George Ingram and Amari Jones are. A little play fake here. Roseman running out of time, heaves downfield, and it's intercepted. Underthrew Amari Jones badly. And the Jets have their first takeaway. Jets have a good defense, so I'm expecting them to get their plays today, of course. Here comes Ferris, and Mayfield throws it away. Play fake. Mayfield sails one with some loft, and there is no penalty marker thrown. 3rd and 10. Protection holding up for the time being, and Mayfield heaves it again. Broken up by Perkins. Starting to really step up for us in big moments. We'll take over at our own 3-yard line, trying to get away from our own end zone. This is Russ Watson territory, but he will just lead the way for a 2-yard pickup. 2 receivers to the right. Fowler moves to the slot, 3rd and 8. Pressure getting there. Roseman deep. Open again. Amari Jones outrunning the defense. Inside the 10. 94-yard explosion. We have not seen a game like this from Jones in a long time. 14-0 Houston. How about that for your 3rd down and 8 call? Again, just sailing it with Jones easily clearing the defense. We got to break this one down again at the snap. They're playing a lot of man coverage. This is what their corners do best. So we're going to see cover 1, cover 2, and that stresses corners so much. It takes a lot of talent to pull off this kind of a defense. I mean, he just shoves them out of the way. I mean, come on. That's not even fair. Happy Amari Jones Day, everybody. It's fun to see him break out like this. I feel like he hasn't had that signature game in a little while, but he sure is today. Nice run here for Jaden Murray, determined to get this team something. On 3rd down and 5, Mayfield does complete right in front of Tevin Tyson. Not even mad. You can make some plays. We just want to make them difficult. Plays like that aren't completely sustainable, although it's a pretty good group of receivers here. Handoff going to Murray, and Ferris is there. The pass is hauled in on 2nd down. Nice catch and run. Running away from Kurt Reiner, that's Dalton Keene. 4 on the rush. Mayfield completes to an open receiver, and the Jets are in field goal range for the first time. 3rd and 6 for Mayfield. He gets it away. This is a first down, not by much. Sullivan with a great effort. Mayfield on 2nd and 10 gets it away as we brought the pressure, and that is going to be just shy of a first down. Jets trying to avoid the blowout this time around. They have it 3rd down and 1. Mayfield, good coverage, and knocked away! Nearly intercepted, and they're going to go for it. You know what? This is an aggressive call. I think I like it. Fullback dive, conversion, Jets. See, Russ Watson, they called your play. What do you think of that? New set of downs. We bring the pressure. Down goes Mayfield. Zach Jones. I really think Zach Jones is going to be a full-time starter going forward. Not that blitzing as an unblocked defender is the most impressive play, but he's done so much well. On 3rd down, caught out of bounds. Gave him no room to get both feet down. So the Jets will settle for a field goal try. We are still up by 11. Shadon Roseman begins the new drive with a completion. It's Cassius Fowler and a gain of 15. Roseman, 4 of 6 for 155 yards and 2 touchdowns, plus a pick. Pretty much every throw's had a lot of action. Robert Penn left side, and we'll take another 5 yards. I don't know what it is exactly, but this is basically 6 quarters of dominating what I think is a pretty good defense in some areas. Obviously, in the secondary, this team does have a pretty tough matchup against us, so we are taking advantage of that. Fowler's at 60 yards already on the day. Well covered here, and the pressure gets to Roseman. It's Quinnen Williams. Roseman on 3rd and 13. Plenty of time, and open on the outside. Guess who? Amari Jones. Roseman's up to 199. Amari in motion. Now he gets the jet sweep pass. First time they covered him today. It's 3rd and 9 for Houston. Roseman backs up, delivers, and it looks like a first down for Paul Sears. All right, no red zone mistakes today. 1st and goal, Texans. And the pass goes out for a touchdown to Robert Penn. Things are clicking. We have the Jets number 21-3. How exciting is this? Looks like a team ready to go back to the postseason. Jets get across midfield. Jermaine Kanovitz has a couple of catches on this drive. Or maybe it showed the same one twice. 3rd and 10, incomplete. Jets miss a field goal. Perhaps we're not finished. On 1st and 10, Roseman heads to the air, and he connects on the outside with George Ingram. It's 3rd down and 1 for Roseman. He wants it all again and gets it. It's Amari Jones. 3rd of the first half. 34-yard touchdown. What an unbelievable first half for Amari Jones. He came into today with like 700, maybe 800 yards. He's got to be near 200 on the day. With that, everybody, I'm aware of the score. It's 28-3. We all know what happened many seasons ago in series against the New England Patriots. One thing we couldn't do after building that lead, though, is build it even further. So here, I present to you with a chance to do just that. In the second half, Shadon Roseman is under center. They got to be thinking about Amari Jones here as he makes the catch and picks up 5. Well, we're going to be faced here with a 4th and 1. No Russ Watson. First down, Penn inside the 10. First and goal, caught inside the 5. Fowler brought down. Roseman over 300 yards on the day. Roseman has a real shot of getting to 30 touchdowns now on the season. He needs 2 more today. From the 3, we run it. Touchdown! Diving in, Daniel Blue. We blew out the Jets in the playoffs last year. Remember, 30-7. It's now 35-3. We pick up the action now in the 4th quarter. It's 35-10. Houston still comfortably in front, trying to run the clock out. And we may be looking at having to put in the backups here with a 25-point lead. Probably after this drive, as Penn angles to the right and is close to a first. Roseman on 3rd down, back in the end zone! Touchdown, Cassius Fowler! I love the season he's put together, and that's basically the finishing touches on a playoff clinching win. What a game. This one did not take long to get out of hand. Texans win 42-17. We wanted a much better finish to the year for the offense, and we got exactly that. I think it's safe to say we have the Jets number. This team does not match up well against us. What a performance today for Amari Jones. He is your player of the game. I don't know why there isn't a player of the game after every single game in here. Sometimes it shows up, and I don't know why it does, and then not other times. But I think that we always knew Amari could have games like that. It's just we don't give him the opportunities to do that enough. 5 touchdowns today for Roseman, 344 yards. Penn rushes for 94. Paul Baxter, 7 for 16 in garbage time. Amari Jones ends up 7 catches, 175, 3 scores, and a long of 94 yards. Defensively for Houston, 2 sacks for Jones and Hillhouse, 1 pick for David Perkins, and 1 huge win. Obviously then, we're going to play in the wild card round, and our opponent is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders. There's a team we haven't seen much of in this series at all. I don't even know who their quarterback is. It is Chuck Hausler. Okay, 95 overall, 27 years old. I should have known about him. Henry Ruggs, Bill Ross, good receivers. Richard Schaffer at guard. Jeremy Manning at outside linebacker. Matthew Monroe on the other side. Nice team here. Definitely a solid team. I don't recognize a lot of the players. We just, for some reason, despite being in the same conference, have had little to do at all with the Las Vegas Raiders in this series. The AFC South ends up with a pretty soft look at the standings here. 9-7, 2 8-8 teams. Jaguars finish 6-10. So 11-5 gets you the first round bye this year for the Bengals and the Washington football team. Minnesota, Tampa, Seattle, all 11-5, but no byes for them. And the worst teams to make the playoffs record-wise, Ravens and the Bills, perhaps setting up a softer field for the AFC. Here's the bracket. We enter as the 4 seeds, so the weakest division winner. So we face the best of the wild card teams. Should we win this game, there is a decent chance that we end up matching up with the Bengals in the second round. But we won't look past Las Vegas. Looks like a pretty solid team for our next matchup. Let's check out some stats now to wrap up the year. Roseman gets to 4,000 passing yards and 29 touchdowns. Not bad. But this is not the best that we've seen him play, of course. We've seen him put up 34 touchdowns in the previous 2 seasons, so that is down. The yardage is way down, but it can't be too surprising when you lose a player like Devin Macklin. Robert Penn, 1,134 yards on 4 yards a carry. 7 touchdowns on the year. That is definitely solid. George Ingram, it's not 1,400. Still a strong year for him. Let's go with physical upgrade here, even though he's already 99 overall. He's a special player. Last season, Ingram put up 1,500 yards, so it's his lowest since his second year in the league, but I still think he's an elite receiver. Cassius Fowler, 934 yards is very good. Amari Jones, 884. Obviously a massive game today. Still not coming close to where he was the last 2 seasons, and today's game was by far his best. Paul Sears, 589 as a rookie. Not sure that gets you Rookie of the Year, but very good season. I think there's a lot of potential with him. For the offensive line, still some struggles here at tackle. There has been no avoiding that. So just something to consider when it comes time to think about contracts. 13 sacks for Justin Johnson, 12 for Cordell Hillhouse, 11.5 for Jabari Carr, and 9 for Stephon Ferris. We re-signed Beverly. He had 6. I feel like he gets a lot of pressures that don't become sacks. Hopefully there's more production to come. I still think he's an excellent player, and it's not like the contract is one that is truly astronomical. I mean, it's solid, but it didn't reset the market. We picked up a ton of interceptions this year. Always love getting those takeaways. And Ryan Ford was very, very good as our kicker this season. One of the best years out of anybody, next to Rodrigo Blankenship, who was great for the Cardinals. So here are your league leaders then. Kyler Murray, most passing yards, beating out Daniel Jones. 42 touchdowns for Cody McDonald, that is number 1. 19 picks for Rick Young, number 1. Josh Jacobs gets the rushing title, I think for the 2nd straight season. Robert Penn, though, 4th. That's pretty good. But everybody that finished above him is even more experienced. Receiving, Tavon Sheard is number 1, 1304, leads the league this season. DJ Morris behind him. He's become an elite receiver very quickly. 17 sacks for Wayne Conley. Very, very nice. 6 picks for Tyreek Russell. And in the NFC, Marlon Humphrey, Alfonso Gresham on the same team each get 5. Then Patrick Tomlinson, Junior Babb get 5. 14 sacks for Artie Bennett. And the awards, Caleb Baker is named your league MVP, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Coach of the Year, Nathan Cable for Minnesota. Joe Burrow is Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Wayne Conley. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Luke McCullough, with Paul Sears coming in 3rd place. Will Mackey, Defensive Rookie of the Year from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Best quarterback is Burrow. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is best running back. Jason Fitzgerald, best receiver at 83 overall. Don't know much about him. Mekhi Becton, best offensive line, even though he allowed a lot of sacks. Wayne Conley, David Ramos, Tyreek, Russell with those interceptions. Ryan Ford is named the best kicker. Here are the NFC awards. Cody McDonald once again, Tavon Sheard, Tristan Wirfs. Not bad. Wasn't a great season, but we win our division. We're going to the playoffs now. Next episode, we take on the Las Vegas Raiders, trying to work our way back to the AFC title game and hopefully, eventually, the Super Bowl. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's episode as we easily defeat the New York Jets and enter the postseason with some forward momentum. Please leave a like and subscribe to the episode. Let me know what you thought down below, and I'll see you all when the playoffs kick off next time. Have a great day.